Hi again. We're just going to talk you through some of the do's and don'ts with your Soundmax drone reeds. I think the thing to remember is you need to treat these as completely unique and slightly different from most other synthetic drone reeds. And as far as they're very, very fine tuned, what I'm going to do is go through just what I would do with a set of these drone reeds when I first get them. First of all, I'll check when you suck, you should pretty much get a very airtight seal without having to suck too hard. If it's sounding like a wind tunnel, you'll know straight away. So we've done that. I've got 3 of these. I've obviously kind of prepared these before. Once you've got that and you're happy enough, try it, give it a blow. It should be a nice bright sound. It's a very distinctive sound, I'll let you hear. Now I hasten to add, these are ones that I've prepared. I've set this one you hear, so that's slightly flat. You can hear it's right away when I'm sucking in that. That can be done, that can happen when it's in transit, so don't think that that's the way the drone reed has been sent away. Now I've got this is the way I would normally do it. Now what you want to be doing is when you're moving the bridle, you want the bridle to be moved evenly right round the whole circumference of the reed, because you need the bridle pulling down at right angles to the tongue. You don't want the bridle to be working against itself. What I mean by that is if the bridle is down at the back and up at the front, then it's going to be pulling down as opposed to straight down on to the blade. So this is what I normally do, and it just shows you just how much of a fine touch you can get. And again, just check round the whole of the reed and make sure that the bridle is sitting nice and even. Again, it's still a bit flat. And what I'll do is I'll adjust this till I'm happy with it, and you can get a bit of fine adjustment. See, once you've set the weight of the reed, you can use the other bridle just for a bit of fine adjustment. And you can see there just how easy. The problem with if you're pulling with your fingers, because of what the bridle is, there's a danger that you'll roll the bridle up rather than pulling it, in which case you'll never get a fine touch on it. There, you can hear the difference now. I would be probably quite happy with that. Yep, that's pretty much like the rest of them. And again, like I said, if you want, this is really just getting the fine adjustment on it by pulling up the other bridle. Again, making sure it's nice and even on the reed. Yep, I'd be happy with that. Now, so when you're setting the reed, make sure that it's, see the shoulder there, this part, make sure that's set and nice and flush with your drone. You don't want it sitting proud of it, again for obvious reasons. If you've only got from there to there that's sitting in the reed seat, then there's a better danger that it could fall out. So make sure that it sits nice and snug into the drone seat. And you can use, just again, so not only have you got the fine adjustment with this bridle, but you've also got a fine adjustment with the screw. Again, make sure when you've screwed it in, if you're wanting to sharpen your reed a bit, push it in and then again lock it. Again, that's making it slightly sharper again, and I would be comparing these against each other even before I try to get it put into the drone.